Alright. What the... Okay. Wow, I'm really struggling here. I got super frustrated. Welcome back to the crypt. I'm going to go ahead and try out something that I've seen all around AuthorTube as I've been trying to catch up from my absence. Mostly meaning that I listen to videos in the background as if they're podcasts. So I always wonder when I see AuthorTubers that get sponsored, which doesn't happen a ton. AuthorTube is pretty small. But when sponsorships happen, I'm always kind of interested in those programs and if they're actually useful to just everyday writing. Most of the time they seemed like they would be, but there's one in particular recently that's been talked about a lot that I'm really interested in, and that is Campfire Blaze. So I've seen this all over the place recently, and so I really gotta wonder if the system is that good. Create expansive timelines, plot stories, create character arcs, and view events. Events? Organize, share information about settings, develop short stories, research papers? Okay, I didn't see that coming. Alright. That'll be interesting. Let's see. I'll put short story writer because I write a lot more short stories than novels, but I write both. Blaze's feature divided to modules. For example, there's the characters module for creating your characters, manuscript module for writing your story. So you can write the story within Blaze. That's interesting. Each module has a free tier with no expiration date, so feel free to try them all. You'll be alerted when you reach limits of the module's free tier, but you'll never lose access to the work you've created. That's nice. It doesn't say where the limit is. It looks like you're just going to suddenly reach a limit, it looks like. So unless there's like a bar that shows you how close you're reaching a limit, you won't know until you've reached it, which is not my favorite, but okay. I'm gonna click the buy now because I'm interested in pricing. So I'm just gonna see. Monthly, annual, so it's a subscription service. Oh, you do have lifetime. So you can pay like $1 a month. You could pay about $10 a year, or you could pay $30 for an entire module. Honestly, that's not bad. I mean, honestly, keep in mind that I'm old school, so I remember a time when if you want to buy like a professional, and even now, if you want to buy professional kits that can create manuscripts, stuff like that, they have the formatting already installed. They can be really pricey. They can be anywhere between $50 to $100 or so, and those are the lower end ones. If you're looking for like the premium stuff like Adobe and whatnot, you're looking at paying like a considerable amount of money for those things. So I'm not mad at that pricing at all. I'm surprised at how affordable that is. All the information you create for a writing project will go into a project. We're very good at naming things. These will contain the elements of your story, like its characters, events, and more. Oh, that's what they meant by events. Right? I think that's what they meant by event. So by event, they mean like a plot point. I think that's what they meant. An element is just that, an element of your story. There are several types of elements you can create. Elements are stored inside of modules. I'm sorry. The term module, I know this is petty, but like I'm having flashbacks to college. Anyone else do online learning? But like early days online learning. I don't know if they've changed the terminology, but back when I was a kid, in college, the modules were within the unit. So you had your units, and then you had modules within the unit. So you had anywhere between 3 or 4 modules per unit. I think there was one class that, dear God, it was like 6 modules a unit, and I wanted to... It's horrible. Add a character. Ooh, that's a lot of information. Create and set attributes about fine. Okay. Oh, wow. New character. Okay, so here's the name. Wow, that took a little bit. Name is Pom-Pom. Bread head. His head is literally made out of bread, so there you go. There's a physical attribute. Personality traits, statistics. Cool. Okay. I mean, alright. Now let's add another character so we can see how, like, the dynamic. Friend. Or is she? She throws a new head at Ampamon. Because Ampamon uses his head as a projectile to defeat enemies, because his head is made out of bread, so he just takes his head off and throws it at enemies. I can't make this up if I tried, man. Okay, so we've got 3 characters. Let's do relationships. Add a relationship web. New relationship web. Okay. Use the panels. Search for characters to add. Wow, why was that so difficult? Okay. Add character. Okay. Men. Add 2 characters. Oh, you can add multiple characters. Okay. Thank goodness. Alright. What's the... Okay. Wow, I'm really struggling here. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I guess... I find this not super intuitive, but then again, I don't do a lot of digital art. Alright. I took a break. I don't know where editing me in the future is gonna put you guys down for, but I got super frustrated. Alright, so I went ahead and I changed a few things at the home page. I messed with a few pages. The home page looks a little bit better. This looks like something that I might possibly use for just brain dump area, maybe. But I've got to say that if I was interested in me using this for what it's intended to be used for, I'm going to say it's a no from me, dog. Which is so unfortunate, and I really don't like that I'm saying no to this program, but it's just not for me. Now, one of the things that I really tell people that they should focus on when it comes to looking at writing tools is you need to think of what your needs are as an artist. You don't want to look at a program and think, oh, that's a really cool program, I would like to use it, and then try to find a way to use it even though it's not filling a need, or like creating a need for the program. It shouldn't work like that. A program should fulfill a need you already have in your craft. So for me, for example, my need is to just have a place to brain dump a lot of my random little bits and ideas that I don't have time to do anywhere else, and do it in a way that I can organize it pretty easily. Does Campfire Blaze fulfill that need? Maybe. I'll have to experiment more to see. Maybe. I'm not totally sold on that yet. Will it fulfill the need for doing timelining and stuff like that? I'd have to say, in my case, hard no, due to the fact that when you go into the plot section and you go into things like arcs, if you click character, it only has a tiny little bar that shows you the arcs the character is a part of, and then the whole rest of the screen is taken up by character info. which if I wanted character info, I'd go to the character tab, not the plot tab. I'm really sad about this, but it's just not for me. That doesn't mean that it won't be for everybody. It just means that this doesn't fulfill a need I personally have. But if you are someone that needs to be constantly surrounded by like things that inspire you about the character and that helps you keep writing, this would probably be a great program for that. It's certainly a lot cheaper than doing something like Scrivener, and this could take the place of Scrivener, maybe, and because it's on a cloud, again, you're not chained to a personal computer. So if you don't have a personal computer, or if you live in a living situation in which you are surrounded by people who are not safe to be around, this would be a really good program. Because it's on a cloud, so you could access it from a library or somewhere else where you're safer. First, trial it first. If you keep coming back to it, if you keep using the system, I would say if you use the system in your practice for more than a month, and or you don't have any other systems to use and you would use the full manuscript feature and everything, just buy it. Buy it for lifetime. Because the pricing as it is right now is insanely reasonable compared to other programs that are out there, and it seems to have more features than a lot of programs I've seen. So I would actually recommend just buying the entire program if this is something that you're going to heavily utilize all the time. It doesn't fill my need, but maybe this will fit your needs. You never know. Go ahead and give it a try. It is free. I'll leave links down below so y'all can get to it. Again, this is not sponsored. They don't know who I am. I have almost no followers. But I just found this interesting, and I'm wondering how many of you all, just regular Joe people, are using this versus the big hitters. I'm just kind of curious. So let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other tools or other programs, sites that you see being talked about a lot on AuthorTube, let me know in the comments below. Why are you here? Why? You're supposed to be here. Yeah. Why was he over there?